not sure because you see, like I don't have any organization started. The recording is showing it to me right now. Can you just check whether you are unable to?
Now it is, yeah, it's getting recorded. Thank you.
It's getting recorded, right? That's really great. Yeah. Hi, Radhesham. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, Raj.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, great
Hello.
then. Great. Yes. So yeah, hi, good morning and good evening to every one of you guys. So today is the first and demonstration kind of thing. We're starting the batch of SAP Ariba. Just a brief about the things I want to tell you. So uh, we are doing this SAP Ariba training since 2017 onwards. So almost 9+ years we are into this one, SAP Ariba. And apart from SAP Ariba, we do have all the cloud solution trainings and also on-premise solution trainings. We are into the market since 2010 onwards. So almost 15 years we are into the market. We not only provide the trainings alone, but also we provide job support to the individuals and as well as the corporate projects as well. Okay, we undertake the corporate projects for SMEs and for the overseas projects where the resources are very less in all the training modules, especially in SAP Ariba also. Okay, this training has been designed very carefully, very adequately, and we are covering all the SAP Ariba modules over here. Okay, so in short, I can say there is nothing is going to be left untouched, right from upstream, downstream integration. Also, we are covering SCC, supply chain collaboration, commerce automation, guided buying, and guided sourcing as well. Okay, and every topic we are going to cover in detail is not like overview kind of training going to be here. Okay, so the training which we are covering here is going to be completely in-depth training with proper scenario coverage. So the main intention of this training is like after finishing this training, every one of you guys who are registered can independently onboard in any sort of projects, okay, and can perform their activities on their own. And the most importantly, those who wants to, get into SAP Ariba, so they have to clear the interviews, right? So for that reason, like every concept is being going to be clear in a very proper way, so that you can appear for the interviews in a very confident manner. Okay, because you are practically working on different scenarios, so that would be more easy for you to relate in the interview questions. And more precisely, those who wants to build up their resume and get prepared well for the interviews and take the job assistance from us, we also provide that one. We will have a separate session, 1 or 2 sessions for those who are specifically looking for the job and they want to tweak their resume. And there will be one-on-one session with Radhesham first, like giving you the ideas how you are going to prepare the resume and how you are going to appear for the interviews. Well, proper preparation of the interviews will also be part of this one. And also, uh, after this training, every month we will be posting a lot of job openings, like 30-40 job openings we'll be posting over here. So there will be high chances for you guys after this training, you are not going to left alone. You'll be created, we are going to create a WhatsApp group here and we'll be guiding even post training as well. So there are a lot of facilities are going to be here. And to give you a very precise overview from my end, this training is going to be taken by two mentors over here. Okay, one is Radhesham, another is Manoj. Okay, both of them are solution architects and both of them are very good in their own fields. Okay, the first half of the training, majorly, upstream, I can say, and SLP, commerce automation, and I think a little bit on contract side, and uh, commerce automation and SSC, supply chain collaboration, will be taken by Radhesham. And the rest of the things like contracts, downstream, BNI, and guided buying will be taken by Manoj. So both of them are very good. You see, like one consultant, how good he is, how well experienced he is, he may not be justifying your entire Ariba training. For that reason, we have taken two experienced mentors, and both of them are solution architects, and they are excellent in their own areas. So we can provide the best training for you guys. So this is the whole idea of this one. I think we are going to start this one. Radhesham is going to give an overview and demo session today. And tomorrow onwards, we are going to have the regular session. So Radhesham, over to you. So you can proceed with
Yeah.
the
Thank you.
presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raj. So let me share my screen first. Okay. Yeah. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes,
Just let
Radheshan,
me.
we can see your screen.
Okay. Guys, like everyone have some experience. Anyone have any experience into Ariba, any other module? You can unmute yourself and we can interact with each other. So just let me know anyone have any experiences to Ariba earlier, like any downstream or upstream module, or they want to explore more into this thing. Anyone have any experience?
Or any procurement understanding, procurement knowledge,
Yeah,
whichever you
anything,
feel.
anything. What is your exactly expectations from this training? What module you want to learn? So we have different
So,
modules. Do you have any idea about the Ariba things? Just want to understand from your side. Hello, guys. Anyone have any?
yeah,
Yeah,
am I
Venkatesh,
audible?
please.
Yes, yes, yes. Shashant. Hello.
Am I audible?
Sorry, your voice. Yes, but your voice is
Okay.
breaking.
So my
Yes, yes.
expectations. So I am like I have a knowledge in Ariba. Okay.
So your voice is breaking for me. I don't know for everyone how it is.
O-
Yeah, for
Okay.
me also
What
it's
I'm
breaking
saying
because
is,
I'm sitting
I
here.
have an
Yeah, now it's better.
experience in Ariba. So I'm working on multiple technologies. I think you have heard of.
Okay. So which Ariba module you have
Is
worked?
it better now? So I'm saying that experience. I have worked on upstream module, but the thing is that I've been working on multiple technologies. So in the last 3 years, I was working on Coupa, and I want to, looking forward to refresh my knowledge. But so now coming to the expectation, right? So basics like end user I know, but the configuration part, the integration things from the Ariba perspective. For example, currently I'm working on how to configure CLID with S4 through CIG. Okay, so
Mhm.
that is something which is purely integration, and someone who has got knowledge on it. So my only expectation is that when you go to core admin or the admin in Ariba, there are so many
Correct.
tabs which are supplier managers, right? User manager, and so I mean I should be aware about everything and the options which comes under the manager tabs, and I should be able to perform single-handedly. That is my expectation, because I've been working on the implementation projects for the last 3 to 4 years. It's just that now I have to come back to Ariba.
Okay. Okay. I'll answer your
So yeah,
questions one by
over
one
to you.
in during our like presentation. So I got your
Okay.
like I understand your expectations, and I'll answer your questions
Yeah.
during this session, like demonstration. So guys, anyone have any other like experience? How anyone is
I
fresher
think
here?
Venkatesh,
And
Pradeep.
Hi, Radhishab. My name is Pradeep.
yeah, yeah,
Actually,
hi
I'm
Pradeep.
working as a SAP MM consultant from last 6 years.
Mhm.
Means I'm not in public cloud and then private cloud and then ECC as well. But in that one in SAP, we feel sourcing means suppliers relation SRM is missing, and then we are not correlated with the supplier that much. We are just doing the email announcement, and then afterwards we are just doing in our SAP system, and then that supplier relationship is very means less in SAP. That's why it's not complete with our P2P cycle. I feel. So means if I have to go with complete procurement team, in that case I have to learn complete end to end, right? That's why I wish to join here.
Okay. See, SRM is nowadays it is actually it is outdated system. But if you have experience into MM, then we can now. I'll tell you in terms of your integration and everything. So we'll walk through your through this like first all the modules. We'll tell you which module is suitable for anyone. If you are going for, see, we have upstream module, we have downstream module, we have almost like in upstream we have sourcing, SLP, commerce, or also contract module. In downstream we have P2P guided buying, these things, commerce automation, supply chain collaboration. But when you are learning first time, so you cannot learn each and every module directly. So for that reason we are we are saying that you can focus on any 2 3 modules because you want to be expert, you want to be the end to end consultant for that particular module. So from our side will guide you for integration as well as what things required for integration, what things required for any module, how all these modules are different from each other, and what are the key points for these things, how the templates working, how these are things. We'll explain all these module first. We'll take your answers again one more time, and first let me explain this module to you guys. Okay, anyone fresher here who is like just new into he's searching for his first job or like that, anyone? Hello?
Hello, good evening, sir. I'm Saddam Hussain.
Yeah, yeah, hi Saddam.
Actually, I'm new to SAP Ariba, SAP Ariba.
You have any experience here? Like, hello, Saddam, do
Hello,
you have
can
any
you hear me?
experience? Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me, sir?
Okay. No worries, Saddam. I'll first we'll go through all these modules, and then
Okay.
we'll take your points. Okay. Each and everyone's doubts they have
Okay,
any. Okay. Please unmute
okay,
yourself,
sir.
guys. And let me know this.
Hello
I hope
everyone.
this.
Hello
I,
everyone. I request everyone to be on mute because there is a lot of noise is coming over there. So, like that would be great, like every one of you on mute. What we'll do is
Okay.
like after the presentation happens, after finishing the presentation, we will be 1 second, I'll mute from my end. Yeah. So what we'll do is like
Um,
after finishing the presentation, we will have a proper question answer session so that most of the queries will be cleared in your presentation itself. Okay. Later on, we'll have a proper question answer session with you. So we'll just got a brief like what are your expectations, and Radhesham is going to take up the session accordingly, and rest of the questions will be asked post the demonstration. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate. And please requesting everyone to be on mute.
see, guys, if you see here, these are the Ariba portfolio. So basically, Ariba have like it is cloud solution for any procurement related things like you have upstream module for sourcing, so sourcing material like your process start with the PR and then it will be handling till the PO. So those process also it is here we can manage through the sourcing. We have another module like SLP for supply registration. We have contract module where we will contract these things. So these are upstream module. If you see spend analysis, Ariba contract, sourcing, and SLP. These are the upstream model, and these are downstream model. Like if you see guided buying, this catalog management, commerce automation, and supply chain is the network where this is the boss module. This is in market. Currently, we have lot many requirement for this module. This is new module where we have another things like quality collaborations, also forecast collaborations, also PO collaboration also. So we are going to discuss each and every module here. First thing is like spend analysis. So spend analysis we are not going to take. This is like initial things where companies will decide how many categories, what is the spend for their category, and they are doing their own. So this module we are not going to take, but from upstream point of view we are focusing on sourcing, contract, SLP, all these three module. And this SLP we are going to explain you end to end, like from scratch. Like end to end means integrations also, templates also, how to create everything. In sourcing we have like we are not going to going for the integration. Why? Because let's see, looking at the time constraint and everything, we are going to tell you commerce automation also, supply chain collaboration also, guided buying also. So our focus is you should understand at least three modules we are going to show you as an integrated point of view. So where we are going to at least tell you what things are required for any integration projects. It is not like only for sourcing there is a different things. For SLP there is different, there are some common settings which we need to do for any integration model. So what are those settings? What are application specific configurations we required for end-to-end integration? What are things we have to configure in Ariba? We are going to learn in a detail. We have all the documents. We'll give the latest documents as well as recordings for that things, stepwise explanation for any integration projects. Everything is here, and we are going to explain in detail about sourcing. So sourcing, we are going to take a standalone thing where we are going to let you know what are the types of RFI, RFPs, auctions, and all these things, like from the scratch. So how the templates we are going to create, what are the templates which required for sourcing. So all these things we are going to explain you in this sourcing module. Sourcing is required like for initial things when we want to buy a material. So that time we are going to float the RFIs, RFPs, auctions. There are different types of RFPs. There are different types of auctions. 48 types of auctions, latest auction, even classic sourcing also we are going to explain. And nowadays it is guided sourcing also there. So we are going to tell you what are the difference between classic. First we are going to explain you classic sourcing, and also we are going to explain you guided buying sourcing. So guided sourcing, so there we are going to tell you what are the templates, how to convert those templates into guided buying, and how the templates we are going to from scratch, and from the how these things will be copied, and what are things required. We'll show you the system. We have system, you have access for that things. You also guys, you are getting the access. Anytime you can practice that these things. Even you can create the templates anytime. You have full access for templates also. Okay. And all these module like sourcing, SLP, contract, commerce automation, supply chain collaboration, you have for every module you have full access for these things. Like we don't have backend ERP, but for like network access we'll show you where these things and how the things we have documents is ready for this thing. So SLP also we are going to learn from the scratch, from where supplier request, how we are going to create the supplier request, what are the different types of supplier request, what are the registration type, what is the internal types for supplier request or supplier registration process also. External supplier registration process is also we are going to explain. How qualification, there are different new technologies for qualifications also introduced. So how we are going to learn these things. Preferred suppliers, modular questionnaire, each and everything from the like as a consultant. And if you are still you are a fresher, very simple manner we are going to explain each and everything. It is not like that you have experience, we are just going and explaining you whatever questions, like each and every points where are there are fields, how to configure those things, field to field mapping, how we are going to add those mapping, from where we will get the mappings, what are the administrative points we required, what are the master data which required, how to upload those master data for sourcing SLP, any Ariba module. What are the administration, like someone has just asked me, I want to explore admin point of view. So like what are the administration for sourcing, what are the administration for P2P guided buying. Those admins are different for SLP also. There are SM admin, so their work will be different, but common master data, how we are going to load, where we are going to load any custom fields, if there are customization, so where we are going to upload the master data for that particular custom field, how we are going to create that custom field. We are going to learn all these things. And here it is not like that, there are interactive sessions. We are not going to show you the recorded sessions. Day to every weekend we are going to take a live session where we are going to show you. It is not like that we have already recorded all the sessions and we are giving you the access for that thing, and any random week we are going coming and we are taking your feedback for that thing. It is not like that. Live sessions, we are interacting with you guys. If you have any issue, you are going to live, we can check that your issues, queries, where we are going to track the issues from how, what are the middleware we are going to use, what are the network access we required, what are importance like other IDs we required, what are accesses we required. Everything in a detailed manner we are going to learn here. So uh, so sourcing contract, it is all about the contract negotiations. So like there are contract documents where we are going to learn how to create the contract, how CLID will be generated, contract workspace, what are the different types of contract, how the task will be added, what are the signature different tasks, how third party tool we are going to manage with the signature task, how different tasks will be managed. So it is not like that only. Here we are going to discuss the process, we are going to show you how to configure these all these things. Okay, what are the important roles we required for all these things, like for upstream, how which role will create the sourcing request, sourcing project, which role will be approver, so user access and their control, licensing version also. And you should know as a consultant what are the license version, what are the non-licensed team member roles, where we will get those things. Randomly you cannot give the access to any users that you will create the events that consume the license. So we are going to tell you which are the license version user and what are those are team members, so you can manage, because each and every module you will get only 5 license users. If you want to increase, then your client should be buy that license. But as a consultant you should know which one is the license version. So for that reason we have the excel sheet, we have proper license key, there are mentioned which one is the license version for Ariba sourcing, SLP, commerce automation, supply chain collaboration, contract management. So these all these users control access, we have how to create groups user, each and everything in detail. Apart from that, what are the projects that we required, what are the important documents which we are going to follow to any projects. Like if you are working in a project, you should know what documents we need to follow. So there are some documents which initially we have to fill up. So there is a workbook enablement sheets, so how we are going to fill up that. So as a project point of view, if you are going as a consultant, you should know everything. So tomorrow, from like when you complete this training, you should consider yourself as a consultant. So that for that reason we are going to tell you what you are going to do on first day of your project, what are the timelines, what are the documents you required, what are access you required, what are the license versions you are going to check, what are the different groups you are going to create, how you are going to create your templates, how you are going to train your buyers, how you are going to train your suppliers. So all these things you should require. So as a consultant, so you, we are going to tell you on a like a project perspective. It is not like that it is just a training, it is kind of a project team where we are going to enter in any projects. So in that way we are going to train you. Okay, and so for this 3 module, like sourcing I'll conduct, SLP again I'm going to take, and Manoj is taking this contract thing. Supply chain collaboration and commerce automation have same scope like PO, how our PO will be reaching to supplier, how supplier will giving the confirmation for that things. It is a network based actually. So ACE and advance ship notice, so there are different transitions are there. So how these transitions will be flowing back one system to another system, how your supplier will responding on that things. Before that there are some integration steps which we required. So what are those application specific configurations we have to do, what things we have to configure into backend ERP, what things we have to configure in your our middleware, and what things we have to configure on Ariba network side. So those step wise each and every things we are going to tell you. We have some documents for that, we have all the screenshot for that, even like recorded things also we have. System for these things we will take that decision where we can show you the system, but we cannot give the access for these things, because this commerce automation and supply chain collaboration we don't provide any system for this thing. But at least for the viewpoint we'll show you sometime. And like guided buying and catalog management, we have full system, like we will show you in our system how to create a PR, from PR how we are going to create a like catalog, non-catalog items, catalog items. From there we how we are going to create like this thing, and PO, and then receipt and everything. So till invoicing we will show you in the buying and these things. So one by one we'll show you like what are the key features for these things. And like in Ariba, I hope my second slide is visible to you. Hello. Raj, are you there?
No,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
first side is only visible.
Radhesham, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. It's not you. It's like
Yes, now it is visible. Second slide.
okay, okay. So see, this is the
Again,
like
giving
Ariba's B2B
children the first.
platform. B2B slides where how the things, what are, how many clients they have, how many suppliers already there on Ariba network, how many annual spend they have routed through Ariba. So this is just the numbers where Ariba has, why Ariba has like world's number one back ERP for these things. So if you see in terms of your documents, there are different document types, your EDI, email, fax, portal. So everything Ariba is supporting how to interact with supply. So SAP has like already took that place from where you can connect with your supplier through different things. For that reason they have Ariba network. So Ariba network is backbone, and you can create your supplier, you can register your supplier here, you can interact with them. You have EDI suppliers, you have portal suppliers, different document types. If you want to do the like like if you want to use a portal suppliers, you can took the standard login credential. But if you want to configure their systems also in terms of EDI and other things, so then you can also configure these things. So Ariba is supporting for supplier side also. And if you go to the module wise, like in Ariba sourcing, so what are the features for Ariba sourcing? If you see, Ariba sourcing is required for sourcing, like when we are initially buying a material. So for that reason, we required to shortlist suppliers. We have to understand what is the specification for that material, what are the quantity for that things, and how we are going to float the inquiry to the supplier. In a traditional way, we are mailing to them. Then supplier is responding on that mail in different formats. Someone is sending in PDF, someone is sending in a document. So that time there is a no there is, we don't have any standard this thing. Okay, so for that reason we require to these things like how we are going to configure this thing. So if you see here, we have RFI, RFP, and uh, RFI, RFP, and auction strategies. So if you see RFI, we have RFI, we have just for the information purpose, we are going to say, we are going to use this thing. And like whenever when we are going to float the RFI, so basically when you want to understand any like this uh, trained analysis, or you want to some information of any particular material, that time we will float the RFI only, because we want only general information about any module material or trend of anything. So that time we are going to float the RFI. But in terms of when we want commercial thing, when we want technical teams, things, so that time we are going to float a RFP. So for that reason, we have different RFP types. What are those RFP types in detail, we are going to learn in our sessions. So for that reason, we have templates. So we are going to create a custom template in that terms. We are going to create our own templates, where we are going to create formulas for that, and we are going to create our own terms, formula, team. We are going to manage our team also, we are going to manage our task also, we are going to manage our scoring and grading if you want to score and grade for your listings. And no one will tell you about, there are envelope bidding also, so where we can hide our pricing and these things. And most of the major organization, they are using envelope bidding. So how these things envelope bidding we are going to create, and why this envelope bidding is important, we are going to learn this envelope bidding also here in RFP. Auctions, we have different auctions type: reverse auction, forward auction, total cost, Dutch kind of, index based, Japanese auctions also we have. So all these auctions types we are going to learn. So for that reason, again, we are going, first we will do the events, we'll show you how these auctions type, different auctions type we are going to create. Then we are going to learn about their templates, how we are going to create a custom template for all these auction types. So based on these templates we are going to configure the systems also. For that reason, what are the things required, how we are going to create a PO for these things, how we are going to create a awarding, how we are going to create a scenario for that reason. So then only we are going to into market things, like then we are going to publish these things. So for that reason, we'll check this all this reverse auction. There are interesting auction types. You have multiple suppliers. If you have lesser suppliers, what auction strategy we are going to use. So we are going to in details as a like live example or anything like what we have experienced in our career, that we are going to tell you what strategies you have to use. Different strategies we will tell you for this kind of in which auction type will be used in which auction, like what strategy we have to use for these things. And uh, all these things we are going to like in template level, as well as the live event we are going to tell you. Okay, then we have SLP, as I already told you, supplier request, supplier registration, supplier these things, qualification, supplier preferred supplier thing. Then we have modular questions. So each and everything we are going to in detail we are going to learn. So like there are templates, there are integration requirement where we can maintain our mappings, and we are going to tell you what are those mappings and where we are going to add those things. Okay, and for that reason, how to manage their 360 profile. So what are the different IDs is in SLP, what are the SMIDs, network ID, ACM ID, like their vendor code, how we are going to create a vendor code in that case. So in detail we are going to learn about these things. Again, all the integration steps from the scratch, we are going to tell you what are the integration steps required for SLP. We are going to tell you. Apart from that, we are going to tell you commerce automation thing, how things will be there. So if you see, this is the network things where like so here if you see purchase order from ERP, it will goes to the CIG middleware. So purchase order will be received by supplier, then how he will do the confirmation on that, and that confirmation where we are going to see how these things, how all this transition, like for order inquiry, if you see service entry, advance ship notice, invoice status update, payment remittance, from where these documents will be create, how this document will be flowing from one system to another system through middleware, what are things required to configure this purchase order, CIG integration projects, like what are the cross reference pattern mapping, custom mapping, and multi ERP configurations. We are going to tell you in detail about these configurations, like purchase order configuration, what are configuration required here, and how the data is flowing from one system to another system. So these are the standard configurations for any project. But in terms of customization, when your client will ask you about the customization, there are how these things we are going to configure, what are the field to field configuration. So where we are going to add those mappings, and how those mappings will be mapped with your like in CIG, how we are going to add those. There are mapping tools also, so we are going to learn those mapping tools also. Because it is not like that only the transitions, the one transitions will be showing, and that will be that, those all these are the standard things. Whenever there is customization, so how we are going to understand this, fields will be added into our, like we have PO, there are lot many fields, but if you want additional fields in that, so where we are going to add those things, how we are going to create a custom mapping for that thing, and where are those settings, and what things is required. I mean, bodies, bapis if required, how our custom program we are going to from the abapper, how we are going to get that work done. So for that reason, we will help you here in this commerce automations also. Okay, so in contract also, as I told you, contract is like all the agreement types, what are the procurement related contract. And for that reason, we have all the documents and system we have. Like you are going to create your own contracts also, how you are going to manage your task, clause library also, their document types, different document types, lookup tables, your user approval flows, different document types, and this clause library, how we are going to create this clause library, even how the integration will work in contract, that, and from sourcing how we are going to create a contract, and standalone contract how we are going to create. So for that reason we have system with us, so that access also you're also getting that access. Okay. And you'll see there are different contract templates also we are going to tell, master data for every module we are going to tell you. Okay. And then we have guided buying, as I already told you. So how to create landing page, carousels, there are, these are select, it is kind of shopping cart. So how we are going to create these things, so there are landing pages, carousels, and line items also, non-catalog item, catalog item, how we are going to create those things, what are the master data is required for that, where we are going to upload this master data, we have the system, we'll tell you. And what are the forms required for requisition form, PO forms, how we are going to create those things. So, and like supplier, downstream supplier, upstream supplier, how we are going to uh, create those partition suppliers, everything we are going to in detail we are going to tell you. Okay. And reportings also, reports, there are different reports also, uh, custom reports we are going to tell you how we are going to create a custom reports for that reason. So till here, anyone have any issue or any doubt you want to understand in like you have any? Hello.
Good evening, sir. Saddam.
Yeah, good evening. Yes.
Sir, first of all, I'm a freelancer working for Saudi Arabia, and
Okay.
most of my clients who I'm doing business with are related to SAP Ariba for the
Okay.
all over business module like purchase, procurement, and also submitting the invoices until the
Okay.
payment. What I have seen in the presentation is the same. We have requirements, but in most of the times I'm having issues for the companies I'm registering as a user. I mean, as a company, as a supplier, but I'm not getting the inquiries there. So in that course, I was looking for training, so I could know where the bidding is going on actually in SAP Ariba, how I could approach my clients for the new RFIs or RFQs, anything. Because if I am registered as a supplier, I have to
Hello.
answer all
Yeah,
the.
Saddam.
Hello,
Saddam,
hello.
I think there is a lot of disturbance coming from your end. Okay, I'm so sorry to say. Can you just write down the query where we can look into and give you the answer? And don't worry, Saddam. What we do is like after the session, if you want to connect to me, we'll have a direct call with Radhesham also. Since this session, I'm so sorry to say, this session is getting recorded as well. Okay, so I really don't want,
Okay.
some noises will get recorded over here as well. Okay, there will be disturbance to
Okay,
other
okay. I'm sorry,
participants.
sir. I
Here
came
we do
out of
have.
my house.
Uh, no. It's fine. Absolutely. There are 17 over participants over here. So you want the session to be in
Okay.
a very proper way recordings. Okay. Don't worry on that part.
Okay. Okay, sir. Then I have to go for Q&A personal. I mean, directly.
We can connect separately, Saddam, on your points. Like as Iraj has already told you, na, we can connect separately.
Okay. Okay, fine, sir.
Okay. So guys, if
Okay,
you
thank you.
see here, we have this system with us. So where we have all the accesses for create events, how these things we are going to create, what are the different event types we have. So this access you will get anytime. You can create your templates, you can create your own events, you can practice as much as you want. Like there are no restriction, there are nothing like that. So if you see, we have some like our like batch students also, already there are some batches going on, so they are practicing every time. So you also get the access for this thing. There are, we don't have any restriction on your practices. Like it's up to you how many times you are going to practice this thing. And if you see RFP process, we are going to tell you in the detail. These are the flow where we are going to create events, and how we are going to create this phase, task, team, uh, how we are going to manage our RFP process, auction process, how we are going to manage our awarding things, contract teams also. And there are lot many things, like not only we have reportings also, Your pre-packaged reports also we are going to tell you. Master data about administration things, core admin process, SMA administration process, template, modular questionnaire, each and everything. So we have SL sourcing, SLP, contract, procurement, every module we have. If you see contracts also we have, so you can create your own contracts here. If you see, there are already people, they have created this uh, contracts. We have templates for this reason. And also for the procurement and these things you will get the access. So you can learn from the scratch as a consultant. So there are no restriction, we don't have anything like we are not going to tell you these things. Administrative point, everything we have. License version, what are the license version require. And one second, our documents. Okay, if you see all the documents, like you have supply chain collaboration related videos also, some records pre-record. Project plan also you will get from our side, ECC, what are the projects plan it is required, and what are the tasks it is required for those things. Integration steps from the as a, who will be the responsible teams, like you are as a consultant, you are going to learn these things. What are the documents is required. So we have CIG configuration documents also, network rule, cross reference parameters, attachment, what are the things required. We are going to tell you how these things you are going to use. So what are the flow, how this document will be flowing, in which system we have to configure, what steps is going to, how the transmission is happening, which transmission, what are the document name for the in CIG. You will see what are the important configuration you have to do in Ariba, in CIG and middleware. So these things we are going to in detail, we are going to learn. Purchase order related, what configuration we have to do, define message output control, purchase order, maintain parameters. So how we are going to do this, and where we are going to configure these things, what are the standard types for PO, OC, GRN, receiving. And apart from that, we have admin access, like all the configuration steps where we will learn in a detail, like what are the steps we require to configuration. So global settings, we have network settings, we have application configurations related settings. Okay, one second. If you see here, you have all the integration steps. So what steps we are going to configure in ERP, what things we are going to configure in CIG integration middleware, what things we are going to configure on network side. So these are the steps where we are going to in detail we are going to see. And commerce automation and supply chain collaboration, PO collaborations, we are going to learn. Okay, and we have documents for all the things, like certification dumps also we are going to share. Integrations documents also for other module, like we have to do for the PO, P2P and other contract and these things. We have everything. For SLP also we have all the documents. For sourcing also we have same process document recording, some project plan, roles, group, sourcing documents. So standard documents also you will get from here. Okay, any hello, anyone have any doubt or any like points here, we can discuss.
Like Radhesham, reports means what type of reports do we need here? Do we have any templates model prepared, or dynamically we need to prepare any sort of report?
See, there are pre-packaged reports also, and we can create our
Okay.
custom reports also. So we are going to learn all
Okay.
those things.
Okay. And regarding coding part, do we have? You said that you will be involving in using baddies for mapping tools or something like that. Do we require baddie knowledge, or how it
No,
would
no, no.
be?
See,
Yeah.
you are as a
Okay.
functional consultant, so you no need to about this, no worry about these technical configurations. You just work as a
Okay.
functional consultant. So we are going to tell you which
Okay.
body is required for which things. Whenever there are
Okay.
customization required, that time we are. So in terms of technical things, y- you
Okay.
should know what steps required, but you are not working. You are not doing that configuration. You as a functional consultant, you are working.
Okay. Okay. And one more
So,
thing, Radhesham.
Yeah.
Radhesham, one more thing. Like now you are saying that this backend, what would be the here? Everything will be stored in S4 HANA only, right? Ariba
Yes, it
Cloud.
is. Yes, see, there are two types. Like if you are using cloud version, or if you are using in like in-house thing. So it's up to us.
Okay.
There are
On-prem.
two on premise also. But for that reason, we
Okay.
first we have to disclose what is the system for that on premise or cloud we are going. So Ariba, when we are initially start our integration, na, that time we have to check their system. So we are going to review their system. That time we will decide whether it is on premise or cloud. And accordingly,
Oh.
configurations are same, but in terms of
Yes.
any
My
uh,
correct. Configuration point is similar only, right? There will be no difference.
no, but in terms
Okay.
of
And
uh,
uh,
mhm. any
please,
additional or
Radhesham, continue.
any new features will be there. Like you will get
Okay.
the notification on cloud. Sometimes some features are auto enabled, but in terms of on premises, those features you have to manually you have to add. So like if you see
Okay.
that there are new features will be coming fortnightly, every quarterly SAP is releasing new features. So sometimes there are
Okay.
directly SAPs from backend they will enable those features. But for on
Okay.
premises, those features we have to upgrade from our side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Radhesham,
regarding
one doubt
any
is there.
integration point. Okay. Okay. Please
Yeah,
continue,
yeah, please,
Radhesham.
please
Okay.
go on.
Thank you.
Yeah, please complete.
You can continue, please. We will discuss later again, please. Thank you.
No, GP, you can
uh,
ask your doubt. I'll
You can
come.
ask, you can ask. Please
so
ask.
Yeah, yeah.
Please ask.
Pradeep, one
No,
second.
GP,
Pradeep,
what you do, you finish your doubts, then we'll go
yes.
one by one, no problem. You finish your all your
Yes.
doubts,
Regard
GP.
like on-premise and cloud, do we have any another integration point of view? Will it be different
See,
difference or how it will be?
those there are system only. Initially we are going to understand what system we are going to configure, whether it is on premises or cloud. And there are
Okay.
like majorly it is ECC or S4 system. So we are going to
Okay.
discuss in that terms. Like earlier there are ECC systems, client is using ECC system. So what configurations and what system minimum six system required is there. So we'll tell you what are the minimum criteria, what are the software requirement, what are the hardware requirement for integration, and how we are going to ask to our client. And then there are on premises system or cloud system, and then what add-ons or cloud connector we required for that reason. There are steps for that reason.
No,
Okay.
Radhesham,
Okay.
Yeah.
what GP is precisely asking is like in
Mhm.
terms of cloud integration. Okay, so
Mhm.
do we need to have any other connectors or any specific
No, no, no.
configurations required as such?
So
So in my opinion, there is nothing, no extra configuration required. Indeed, cloud to cloud integration is much easier in CIG, Cloud Integration Gateway.
Yes.
Okay,
Correct.
cloud
Correct. This
connector
is
is
the
the
point.
thing.
My
So yeah.
so
So precisely, I have worked on that one. Indeed, like I didn't personally work in integration aspects, but in our project in which we execute internally, okay, and supporting the client from our end. So I have seen that one. So I can say like cloud integration, like S4 HANA Cloud and Ariba is a very seamless integration with CIG. With less efforts, you can do the great integration. If it's an on-premise, it will be more effortful than cloud one. That is what I can say
and
precisely.
I guess SAP has launched a standard behavior wherein no integration is needed. They are just offering the standard integration along with S4.
That's what I'm saying. No, no, no. S4 HANA cloud I'm talking about, not on-premise one. S/4HANA Cloud.
Okay.
You see,
Okay.
whenever you're talking about cloud solution integration, like it will come, there are a lot many cloud integrations are happening right now. With Ariba, we are even able to connect with Fieldglass. You know, I think most of you are little aware of Fieldglass,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Contingent
Yeah.
management, vendor
yes.
management system, basically Fieldglass is there, and integration with Workday, integration with S/4HANA system. So all these are seamless integration through CIG. Okay, there are minimal steps are required to do the integration. It's not a very big process like how we used to do over here in on-premise solutions. Okay,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
on-premise solution, we require two, three different consultants. Even like CPI is also coming into the picture right now on-premise solutions. Okay, if you're connecting with MDG, non other ERP solutions like MDG, if you want to connect with Ariba, then
SLP.
CPI is also coming, Cloud Platform Integrator.
Yeah.
Okay, there are so complexity there in the on-premise solution. Rather, cloud connectivity, cloud solution is very seamless, I can say. Yeah.
So I have a question on the same thing. So since we are talking about integration and configuration, so do we work on any live thing wherein we will integrate? Let's say we are integrating any Ariba module with the S4 on the cloud version or maybe ECC, or you know, do we have a
That
such
that's
thing?
a
Will we
yes,
will be
yes,
covering that? Okay.
yes, yes. You see, like 80% of the things we are covering over here. Okay, why I'm saying 80% of the thing, not 100% is like 20% of the things are, we can't show because you see what happened. All of you know, like integration, whenever we are doing the integration, it's a one-time process only. Okay, let's say
Correct.
I'm connecting
Yeah.
as a fresh, I'm connecting Ariba with S4 HANA system on premise. I'm talking about it's a one-time
Mhm.
process. Okay, all the connectivities and whatever you're
Yeah.
running. So
Yeah.
once we
True.
do the
Yeah.
connectivity, that's it done. We cannot undo it again and do it, kind of things, right?
Correct. Correct.
So for that reason, we have made the thing so easy. Radhesham, would you please open that particular document where we have made it from our previous client, like we have done the proper integration. We have taken the proper screenshots of them. Each and every steps
Okay.
screenshot we have taken it, and we have prepared a full documentation for that one. So we'll be sharing the documentation to everyone, and also we are going to explain the processes. We are going to discuss lot many different
So,
scenarios because you see, every customer, every business will have a different kind of scenarios, right? So
so if you see
Yeah.
all
what we
these,
have done is a very specific one. So we are going to, with reference to that particular documentation, we are going to discuss different business scenarios so that you will be having a broader understanding of how integration works. Okay, that we are going to do it. Wherever we are unable to do practically in the system, we are going to show you through the documentation. That's what I want
so
to say.
see, once we did this configuration, we cannot go and again and again we can edit this thing. So that time that configuration might be disturbed. So for that reason, you have all the steps here. If you see, anyone can go and check if you are new in
Sir,
system also.
Radhesham sir,
Yeah,
I can't see your screen actually. Can you just show that particular documentation so that everyone will get clarity on that part?
1 second.
Yeah, so that is there.
Yeah,
This documentation. Can you see,
one,
guys, this particular documentation? You see, we have a
Yeah. Yeah.
proper
Yeah.
screenshots
Yeah.
we
one,
have taken,
one
even
second.
like S4 HANA screenshots and also
So if you
Ariba.
see, this
Sorry,
is for
this
the
one
PO
connector.
configuration, implicit
Mm.
enhancement configuration. So for how we are going to,
So,
what steps we are going to follow, and how these things it is required, what program we are going to run, where you have to
Mhm.
click.
and what
So
are the
and
components we are going to activate
s-
SAP side,
This
S4
is
HANA
on
side?
premise, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah, this
this is
complete
application.
documentation. So
So
this will
it,
be shared with you, and we are going to teach from
don't
this only.
confuse
Yeah,
yourself
sorry,
for the
Radhesham.
on-premise and cloud thing. There are only the system where we initially these things we are going to differentiate, but configuration is same for everything, like whether it is cloud, whether it is on-premises. Initially there are some settings we have to do.
Okay.
Hello. Okay, so there after that you don't have anything that this transition it is only for cloud, or either it is for the on-premises. For any system, for S4 or ECC, you can configure this. Okay,
But
But
in cloud,
yeah.
we don't have SC38, right? We don't have any mix. We can't able to run the new reports. It's only pre-exist report only we can run
No,
in
no, no.
public
I
cloud.
mean to say,
uh,
yes, yes, yes. I mean to say, not everything copy to copy in the cloud and on-premise. So
see,
most of the things, yeah.
so these are application
And
specific configuration. When I'm talking about the applications now, so these are the network configuration. So you are talking about these things, there is different thing. So these are the application configuration which is common for these things. And here there are some authorization you will get, and for that required there are authorization objects also you will get. So we'll tell you what authorization required, what are other things, authorization objects you required for configuration, and then how you are going to configure this thing. Okay, in
Okay.
terms of like uh, initial, there are some initial hardware requirement, software requirement, add-on requirement, cloud connector. There are few things which required for any integration projects. So that time we will decide whether this is the cloud, whether it is like on premises, and how this system will be differentiate from this thing. Okay. But in terms of your transitions, there are some things which require your authorization, and T codes are different, but your configurations are going to same. Like all these settings are almost 95% are same. Like 5% there are things which you have to in a different way you have to do. Okay. And anyone anyone have any background, so he can also configure these things. It is like not we don't have any background, and you want to practice these things, so you'll go and configure these things on a sandbox or other system development system. So also you can configure these things. There are easy steps, but once you understand the flow of configurations of integrations, how these things, from which system we are going to create, what things we have to configure, what are the minimum requirement, and how we are going to create the integration projects in CIG, what are the requirement of that system IDs and all these things, global setting, RFs destination, cloud, maintenance certificates, port definition. Once you understand this configuration, then you are easily, you also as a techno functional, you are going to work. And whenever you require ABAPer help, you can take, because there are bodies, so there are BAPIs also. So that time you can take ABAPer help. If you require to configure SOA manager configuration, then that time you can take a basis system requirement, because for add-on and cloud connector anyway we are going to configure from the base system. For that reason you don't have any access for that. You are just going to review those settings, how those settings we are going to monitor, and what are the steps follow we have to follow. So all the transitions related activity we are going to share you. Okay. Anyone else like?
Radhesham, one doubt is there.
Yes,
Means
Pradeep.
actually in SAP we can get the help if any custom field required. Means any custom field, any custom solution required, we are go with the ABAP thing. Means ABAPer. In
Correct.
Ariba, if you require any custom thing, is there any technical is means person is there, or else how do we have to do that one?
See, initially what happened when we going to initially any projects will start. There are that time one SAP's support person we will get. So any custom fields we like, you have some custom fields in PO that you need to enable. So that time you have to tell them what fields and where you have to, like on a header level or line item level, you are going to configure. So those custom fields they will create for us. We have to tell them what answer types we are going to use, what are the value required for that things, where we are. So they will create, we don't have any access to create a custom field in Ariba. Okay. So SAP will
Okay.
create those things, we have to tell them. And from the
In short, I can
it,
say, sorry, sir, you
yeah, Raj.
continue. After finishing, I'll tell you, sir. You finish,
Okay,
please.
so in Ariba we have to reach out to SAP, but in terms of SAP things we have to take our we have to take the help from the our ABAP team. Okay. And in CIG, in middleware, we have to configure some mappings for that reason. So we have to understand what is the answer type, what are the fields for that, where we are going to take those things, any background job is required for that things from ABAP point of view. We are in detail, we have to understand that first. We have to understand the field for that reason.
Okay.
Yeah. So in short, Pradeep,
And
what I
then
can
means
say is like,
which it's means CDS is required, right?
yeah,
Some custom field CDS we have to require from SAP, right? From
Sorry.
Pradeep, I can tell
means
you what happens here is like, uh, whenever there is an enhancement required, so you need to raise the enhancement request to SAP Ariba. Okay, enhancement
okay.
request. Like if it's a very big kind of requirement is coming, the shorter requirements as per the, you see, like everything is predetermined over here. Okay, once a project is, if you are starting any project in your organization, already an Ariba support person will be assigned to you. Okay, and with
Mm-hmm.
them we are
Okay.
going to have a clarity like what exactly your requirements and whether it's properly coming or is going totally out of the box kind of thing. So most of the things are going to be in line with the present Ariba solution. Okay, if at all your company is looking for some business activities which is going out of the box, then you have to raise the enhancement request, and that enhancement request is going to be chargeable, is not going to be free of cost. Okay, and
Okay.
it's solely in their reach. They can accept or they can reject the enhancement request. How much if you are paying also, they say no, we don't do it. Okay, they can reject the enhancement request also. So you consider
Okay.
Ariba solutioning is something like an a condominium, or I can say an apartment you are going to take in a heart of the city. Okay, so you are an owner of a flat. So a flat you cannot customize externally, right? Internally, very limited things you
Mm,
can do the internal customizations, but externally you want to
yes.
say, oh, I don't want, I want to have an extra balcony coming outside, and from the window I want to take out the window and I want to open the this one. You can't do that one. So because the exterior is going to be similar for this one. So this is a cloud solution.
Yes.
It is going to be used globally. If you are doing out of the box customization, the same thing is going to reflect to everyone. If there are certain things
Correct.
which are really acceptable globally, then they are going to accept it. So that's how it works over
Yeah.
here. So we can't
Yeah.
do out
Means
of the box customization. In short,
yeah.
I
And
can
then
say.
it's some
Thank you.
some tax specific tax is the only thing, right? Means currently when we are doing the Australia specific project, in that one they
Hmm.
have means they require a ABN as a custom field in everywhere. I mean, while in supplier master data they require ABN
Very
field and
interesting thing.
then
Very interesting. Yeah, that's a very interesting
yeah.
customization. Even indeed, like we were having here in India as well, when we are shifting from VAT, or I can say like service tax to GST.
GST, yes.
The same process
Yes, yes,
happens
yes.
here also. So they'll
Yeah.
be giving a
And then
minimal this one. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and then they required in PR as well. They means when you're creating purchase requisition, right? They want to trigger that supplier ABN number into PR number to helpful to while doing the supplier invoice verification. So in that case, means we have to take the help from the ABAPR and then we added the custom field and then we are pass it to supplier and means APT. In
That is
like
possible
in
on
that
premise.
scenarios,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, it's not on premise. It's a public cloud. We are doing in public cloud.
Public cloud. Yes. 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 Yes.
Yeah. In that case, means we are taking help from the SAP, means our internal SAP only. We are not going with SAP,
Yes.
means main SAP. We are just
Okay.
taking with the above team. In that case,
Mm-hmm.
means how we have to go within Ariba thing.
Ariba is like
That's why,
totally you need to rely on enhancement request. Okay. And is their own this thing, like they can accept it or they can reject it.
okay. For this means
Enhancement request.
small requirement also, we have to go with SAP
No, no.
Ariba team.
In small requirements like your Ariba, executive is going to be helpful for you. For some bigger
That
Okay.
time the
requirement, then you have to go for the
customer
enhancement.
support
Yeah.
team will help you. But in
Customer
terms
support
of
team will help
like,
you.
yeah, but in terms of like there are like things which you have to configure, like you have to do the some out of the box configuration. That time you have to raise a OS or enhancement request for this thing.
Okay. Okay.
So
In SAP
small
also, we
small
raise
things. Yes.
future request.
Correct. So this they if they that like it is like small customization, like your ABAPer needs requirement some additional help from SAP. They will tell you that steps, what steps you have to follow, what are the bodies you have to use. But in if that box is like there are fields and that field is not supported, then what SAP will do, they'll do customization for that table. And that time you have to raise some additional things. You have to raise a OS for that things, or else you have to raise a enhancement request, because that is a non-standard table. That time they will charge you. Okay. So in terms of customization, there are a lot of things which we have to discuss with SAP only. We cannot say you like in a advance ship notice. There are lot many things where someone is asking for expiry date, someone is using batch level configuration, someone is using packaging related information. I want in detail. I want. So there are SAP will support. But if you ask them some additional things, if you are using withholding tax detail and you want that details will be added into scene table, so there is no, we don't have any standard mapping for that things. So their SAP will create a separate table for you, and they will charge you, where they will create a custom table. For that reason we can use the mapping and everything. So that is feasible. But if is out of the box. Even SAP is not supporting for that reason. So they will ask you, can you just make it a enhancement request or anything else? Then they will review with their technical team, and then only they will provide you. Either they can create those kind of customization, or they directly reject that things. It is up to SAP.
Okay.
So here, like, it is case to case basis actually. What transition is that? What documents we are going to use for that reason?
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Anyone else, guys, you have any doubt?
And then, Miss Ira, means when will I say, means access will be provided for your
Immediately
access?
after your registration. Immediately.
Okay.
Immediately. If you register today, if any one of you register today, because tomorrow also we are
Already I
having the session.
registered.
You register, right? So when you request it,
Yeah,
like today, the sessions are already started, right? So immediately we can, provide you the session access. And from the day you
okay.
are getting the access, it is going to be valid for 60 days.
60 days. Okay. And then means hours means what's the means class hours means.
Yeah, 7 to every
9:30.
weekend, 7 to 9:30.
9:30.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Pradeep,
Its
right?
period
You
is
are
60
registered
days, right?
already, right, sir? Yeah, you
Yeah.
already registered, correct? Yeah. Mhm. Got it, got it, got it. Fine. You discuss it, connect with Sana. She's going to give you
Okay.
the assignment because you see, like we have a proper team, guys. I have to tell you everyone. So we have a very proper team. Okay, Sana is going to help you coordinate with you regarding the processes. We have Netra, who is a basis consultant. Okay, she is having all the server access details and everything. Okay, any issues you are facing, Netra is the contact person. Okay, you can directly connect with her, and she's almost available. I can say almost 24/7. She's available. Okay, anytime you connect, even at the night time, evening time of 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock Indian time, she's going to respond to you. Okay, for sure. And mostly we are going to, our servers are not going to get down any point of time. So 99% of the time it is up and running. If sometimes some issues are coming, the maximum time would be like 3 to 4 hours only. Okay, it will not be delayed. And that too, if it is at night, if it is coming like Indian time 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, if it is down, if any one of you working in US side or European countries, so if you are facing that time, your morning time any issue, like there will be 2 hours of delay till we start working on this file. But 99% of the time it's up and running. And for the recordings, every month, every week the sessions are going to be recorded, right? So all the recordings and the documentation, we are not going to share all the documentation at once. So we are going to share the documentation as and when we are going to proceed with the sessions. Okay, so those documentations will be taken care by Deepali. Okay, Deepali is there. Deepali is going to connect with you. We are going to anyway, we are going to share all our customer support or everyone's details and phone numbers to you. So those persons are dedicated for till until your training is completed. So we have a very proper processes. We are going to provide you the best of the best service. We'll try to provide you the best of the best service. Yeah, thank you, Pradeep. Yeah,
Any
Venkatesh, you're
doubts?
asking something. Come here. Hello, Venkatesh.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you want to ask anything? Because you,
No, actually,
sorry, your voice is very low. Okay. Is there anyone else, guys, who
actually,
wants to, have any questions to ask?
Not listen this intro. Just now I came from
Yes.
office.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. No worries. So those who were like missed the initial part, I'm going to share with all of you the today's session recordings, guys. Okay. That's really going to be helpful.
Okay,
I request every one of you to go through the session recordings because tomorrow's session to follow is going to be very difficult for you, the next session. Okay, for that reason I'm saying, like, please go through the
sure, sure.
recordings, and the next session we are not going to put a very longer session. It's going to be a very short session, like 1.5 hour or 2 hour, but it's going to be very important session. Okay, so for that
Oh,
one, today's session is going to be a building block for that. Yeah. Fine, guys. Thank you so much. Is there anyone else who wants to ask any sort of queries with respect to, administration part or, course part or, subject wise? Any question, if you are having any questions, please ask, free to ask the questions. Hello,
Julius is asking one question in the message box. Can you please check?
who is asking? Julius.
Julius, correct.
Yeah, yeah. Is this everything about Ariba training? We have contracts management, vendor management, and Ariba administration. Yes. Yes, yes, all of them.
Yes,
It's not
all.
only the topics which you have mentioned over here, like Ariba, contracts management, vendor management, and Ariba administration, but also we have lot many topics. Okay. Sorry, Radheshan, please, you can elaborate on those things.
Okay, so we have contract module also, we have sourcing SLP also for vendor management, we have commerce automation, supply chain collaboration, integration steps for all these things, and administrative point, all the Ariba administrative, like administration, core admin, SM admin. We are going to tell you what are the different admins and what are their roles in that things. Okay, and in terms of your like licensing also, I already told you user license also in detail. We are going to understand what are those license things, and also your like reports management for custom report, prepackaged reports. We are going to tell you. So in terms of your like everything like upstream modules also and downstream also, we are going to share you. Okay, present location. Who is this? Sachin J. You have any issue?
Sachin,
Sorry,
Sachin.
Sachin.
No, no, Sachin is requesting Radheshan. I forgot to tell you yesterday also, I think Sana has a call. So Sachin is from Oman basically. Okay,
Okay.
so he's requesting at least 30 minutes delay in the sessions. Like instead of 7:30 can
Seven.
we start? So what we'll do is like we'll just discuss with all the participants after today's session. We'll discuss everyone. So based on that one, Sachin, definitely your things are going to be consider it. Definitely are going to consider. So instead of 7, we'll try to make it by 7:30. You see what happens, Sachin, to be honest, I can say we'll say 7 o'clock, but once the people we start in a very proper time. Even you see today's session also, even it was a demo session, but we were every one of our team was there at 7 o'clock sharp. So usually we'll try to start by 7 p.m. sharp, but usually what happens, 5-10 minutes delay will happen. So it will be like once we start 7:10, it will start in a full-fledged fashion. So only 20 minutes difference is going to be there. So we'll just try to adjust for you. If at all, if everyone are okay by 7:30, then it's well and good. Then don't have any issue. Otherwise, we'll see how it works. Okay. Sunday you are having the off time, right? Or Saturday you do have off. So anyway, we'll adjust. I'll talk to you later on. Okay, Sachin. Thank you so much. So is there anyone else, guys? Want to have any queries, please come up, because you see the whole sessions are going to be in the same fashion, guys. I'm telling you, we are going to more focus on your queries, okay? Because this is not like one way traffic going to be, okay? We are only keep on sharing our knowledge, and we are not taking up your queries. No, the your queries, whichever the queries we are asking, that those are very important. Even you feel like a smaller thing, like you feel, oh, I'm asking a very stupid question, so there is no question called a stupid question, okay? So we really want you to come up with all your thoughts. It's a kind of, knowledge sharing sessions. Even you have a very small thing, a small question which you feel like is not worth asking, but you have to ask that particular question, because once you ask a question, the discussion may go in a deeper fashion. So that will lead to a better understanding for others also. So we always encourage you to come up with a lot of queries. So those, how many queries you are going to ask, so that much of elaborative sessions are going to be here. And definitely we are going to cover all the topics which are being shown over here. But the discussion is going to be more interesting if you keep on coming with the new questions, right? So again, I'm asking, like, please come up with the questions. Like, you have any queries, please open up. Harshal, Prudvi, you are having anything to ask?
Actually, I have requested Sana that I need to have a word with Radhesham after the class. Why? Because I
All right, no
already,
issues. Yeah, you want to
yes,
have a one-on-one call also, please let me know, let
yes, yes.
Sana
Why?
know.
Because
Those who wants,
I,
yeah.
yeah, I already obtained this Ariba classes. I have requested some sessions before this class. So I have
Mm-hmm.
already listened 4 to 5 sessions of Radhesham. So I have noted down some questions. So that's the reason I
Okay,
wanted to
you have
connect
already
with you.
registered, right? Prithvi, you have already
Yes,
make the
yes,
registration already for
yes,
this
yes,
batch.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Yeah. So please discuss with Sana. Sana is going to, put on some time. You can have a discussion with Radhesham and clear it. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank
So
you.
that's really great. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So guys, so fine then. So if anyone of you are having any questions, please come up with those things. Or if you want to have a one-on-one call with me or Radhesham, please feel free to connect with Sana. Or you can take a note of my number also. Okay, I'll just give you my number over here. So the number is there in WhatsApp as well as direct call. It's an Indian number, plus 91 840 88 782. Okay, 840 Yeah. So this is my number. Okay, this number is there on WhatsApp as well as direct call also. You can reach me out. Okay, 840 88 782. Okay, plus 91. So please make a note of this number. You feel free to reach me out. Feel free to reach Sana. And if you want to talk to Radhesham also, please let us know. We'll put a conference call with him. Okay, till tomorrow. Because before session, I really want every one of you to be in line. Okay. Harshal is saying like I'm
So
completely new
Harshal,
to
don't worry
this
about
and
these
have.
things. We'll explain you each and everything. Like in our earlier batches, there are freshers who don't know anything, so we have given in like it in very like lighter manner, or we can say good to go. There are documents you can go through that, and you will understand this thing. So initially you will not understand, but when we complete our sessions, some sessions, when you do your practices, then you will understand in better way. So first, initially you can just practice on what are the basic of procurement. Those you have to understand from your side. Also we'll tell you what documents you have to follow and how we are going to take that things. And then don't feel that you're a fresher or you don't have any knowledge and you don't know what are the terminology. Everything we are going to tell you. Okay.
Yeah, that's a great thing
Yeah.
Radhesham has told to you.
Yeah,
Harshal, you
sure.
see, just take a very simple example. In our life, whenever we are start learning bicycle, right? So it used to feel like that is the most toughest task in the world. Okay. So as slowly it's very difficult to balance on two wheels, how we are going to cope up all those things. The same thing, whenever we are trying to learn the new technology, is going to be very difficult initially. The problem here is like don't focus on what others are saying, because you see here in our batch there are mixed participants. There are some participants who are basically already pro in the system, like who are already working in Ariba. There are people who are in the mid-level side. There are people who already like working as a fresher, very freshers. They don't know anything. So I really request personally, don't compare yourself with others. Go with your own pace, and you'll be very you are having a good opportunity, like you are sitting in a batch where good experienced participants are also there. They are asking experienced questions, so that's going to be eventually going to be benefited for you only, right? So apart from this one, we can give you a individual attention, I'm telling you, right? So we'll give an individual attention. I have a SAP press books, okay, that I am going to share with you. You just go through. You need to put some extra efforts for sure. Okay, you need to put some extra efforts. If you are willing, definitely we are going to be there. Okay.
Yeah,
So
sure.
for yeah. So to everyone, I'm saying, please, we are going to coordinate the maximum to everyone individually also. Yeah, don't worry on that one. And post session as well, we are not going to leave you guys. Okay, we are going to create a WhatsApp group, and we are going to have an interaction. We are going to address your queries even post session as well. Okay. So this association is not merely for the training. After the training, also we are going to be get associated, being associated as long as you want to be with us. So yeah, guys. So is there anything else,
Raj,
guys, you want to have a conversation? Yeah,
I,
Radhesham.
I think I had to drop. I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
that
you have
work.
another call, right? Yeah, yeah. You can drop. You
Yes.
can drop. You
Yeah.
can drop.
Sure.
So,
Thank you,
guys,
guys. Yeah. And we have tomorrow. How these
yes,
things like tomorrow session, Iraj. Let me
yes,
know
yes.
that we are going to
Sure,
take
sure.
our
No
first
problem.
session. Yeah.
Yes, yes, sure. Tomorrow is going
Okay.
to be the first session for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate, guys. Appreciate. So guys, coming to our question here, like, you have any more questions? Do you, any one of you are having any queries? I think nobody is having any queries. So fine then, guys. So we'll wind up the session for the day. I'm going to have an interaction individually with others also. So those who are interested, I can reach out individually and we can have a discussion. Okay. So fine then, guys. So thank you so much. Appreciate being with us and attending the session and giving the good feedbacks. I'm getting some good feedbacks in the this one also. I mean chat window. I appreciate, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate for your responses, and let's meet up for in the next session. Thank you so much. Appreciate. I'm ending the session right now.
Thank you.